Every great story needs a character we can root for. In HBO's Game of Thrones, that character was Tyrion Lannister. He was the outcast, the clever dwarf who used his mind as a weapon. We laughed at his jokes, we sympathized with his pain, and we cheered when he became the hand of the king. The show painted him as a flawed but ultimately good man seeking peace. But what if everything you thought you knew about Tyrion was a lie? What if the true Tyrion, the one crafted by the genius of George R. Martin in A Song of Ice and Fire, is not a hero at all? The book version of Tyrion is a dark, deeply traumatized and vengeful mastermind. It seeks to burn the world down. Today, we uncover the true story of Tyrion Lannister. To understand the monster, we must understand the wound. The show completely ruined the defining moment of Tyrion's life. You might remember his first wife, Tysha. Tywin Lannister told Tyrion she was just a hired prostitute and forced Jaime to lie about it. The truth drops like a Valyrian steel blade. Jaime confesses, Tysha was never a prostitute. She genuinely loved Tyrion. Tywin orchestrated the entire traumatic event just to teach Tyrion a cruel lesson. This revelation shatters Tyrion's sanity. In his rage, he doesn't forgive his brother. He strikes Jaime, tells him that Cersei has been sleeping with other men, and declares war on his own blood. Wherever horrors go becomes the haunting phrase echoing in his broken mind. When Tyrion climbs the secret tunnels to Tywin's chambers, the show makes his killing of Shae look like an act of tragic self-defense. The book is far more sinister. In the novel, Tyrion murders Shae in cold blood. He wraps the hand's golden chain around her neck and strangles her, feeling a sick sense of satisfaction. Then he confronts Tywin. He demands to know where Tysha is. Tywin coldly replies, "Wherever whores go." Tyrion pulls the trigger of the crossbow. This was not a crime of passion. It was the execution of a father by a son who had finally accepted that he was exactly like him. Tywin's dying words in the book are, "You are no son of mine." Tyrion responds, "I am you writ small." This is the birth of the Dark Tyrion. Season 5 and beyond turned Tyrion into a saint who drank wine and made bad strategic mistakes. But in the 5th book, A Dance with Dragons, Tyrion is deeply depressed, alcoholic, and suicidal. He doesn't want to help Daenerys build a better world. He wants to use her dragons to burn Cersei, Jaime, and the people of Westeros. Moreover, the show completely deleted a massive storyline. In the books, Tyrion meets young Griff, a boy claiming to be Aegon Targaryen, the rightful heir to the Iron Throne. Tyrion plays psychological games with the boy, manipulating him into invading Westeros early just to cause more chaos and bloodshed. Which brings us to the biggest theory in the Game of Thrones universe. Is Tyrion actually a Targaryen? Let's look at the evidence the show ignored. First, the Mad King, Aerys Targaryen, was openly obsessed with Tyrion's mother, Joanna Lannister. He took liberties with her during a bedding ceremony. In the books, his hair isn't Lannister gold. It is pale blonde, almost white, the exact color of Targaryen hair. He also has mismatched eyes, a genetic trait seen in some Targaryens. Third, his dreams. Since childhood, Tyrion has been obsessed with dragons and constantly dreams of them. Finally, the Red Priest Mokoro tells Tyrion he sees him in the flames, standing in the middle of dragons. If this theory is true, Tyrion is the third head of the dragon, the man destined to bring fire and blood, not to save Westeros, but to punish it. The show gave us a polished, likable hero who lost his edge. But George R. Martin gave us a masterpiece of human psychology. Book Tyrion is proof that if you treat a genius like a monster his whole life, eventually he will become exactly what you feared. Do you think Tyrion will be the ultimate villain of the final books? And do you believe he has Targaryen blood? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If